Joseph Matthew, better known as Stanley, or Tostan, passed away peacefully in the loving arms of his children on Sunday, 1st April 2012 at exactly 11:40 a.m. He was 83 years old. Left to mourn 12 daughters: Teresa Gladys George of Mondudo, Stephanie Dennis, better known as Ivy of New York, Agnes Hyacinth, employed of Microfin, Andrina Matthew, better known as Toto, a community health aide in Castries, who was also his caretaker, Celia Matthew of Canada, Hermana Alexander, a health aide at the Victoria Hospital, Marcia Matthew in New York, Avis Matthew in Toronto, Canada, Sibylla Henry in Connecticut, Lucienne Joseph of Waterfront, Thekla Latcher in Connecticut, Berthelin Alexander of Cabiche. 5 sons: Stephen Matthew, a bus driver of Groseilliers, Bertram Matthew, better known as Tifwe of Moshi, Michael Matthew, better known as Tutuboy of Bushface, employed of Sandals Grand, Moses Busby of Bocage, Philip Matthew in St. Croix. Sons-in-law: Peter George, a welder of Mondudo, Curtis Hyacinth, employed of Clico Insurance, Rufinus Alexander, employed of Hess. Daughter-in-law: Christine Matthew, a nurse at the Groseilliers Polyclinic. 43 grandchildren: Lyra in Canada, Clifford, Nicholas, and Farah, all in the USA, Bernard, Edmund, and Lydia, all in St. Lucia, Corinne in the UK, Prudent in Canada, Wendell, a barber of La Clary, Chrissy in the USA, Kurt, employed at Bank of St. Lucia, Craig, employed at Fix, Sienna, a radiographer at Victoria Hospital, Sondi in the USA, Anderson and Sarah, both in Canada, Sarah Lee, student at St. George's University, Grenada, Tito, a student in Canada, Herman, a student at Monroe College, Tonya, a student in Cuba, Grace and Benjamin, both students of the Barbano Secondary School, Jamal, student of the Methodist School, Richard, a tally clerk at the Seaport Castries, Selma, employed at CID, Jacob of Ravine Chabot, Melissa in Barbados, Trish, Blake, and Claudine, all in Barbados, Conrad and Connie Sue, both in Connecticut, Jeff of Rodney Heights, Lance, studying law in the USA, Jolan, employed at Digicel, Teddian, Teddy, Ted, Tedisha, Teddian, and Tanisha, all of La Clary. 15 great-grandchildren: Janiyah Sarah Seeley in the USA, Carolee George in Montreal, Canada, Ethan and Denzel Regis, Destiny and Jonathan Edward. Also left to mourn the Matthew, the James, the Nicholas, and the Felix family of Soufrière, the Chalry, the Casabo, the Joseph family of Fort Saint-Jacques, the Duncan family of St. Lucia, the Faustin family of Fort Saint-Jacques. Caretakers: George Lawrence, better known as Boutou, Michelle Norbert, better known as Baby Sis, Alec, better known as Garlic, Judith Alexander, Olabois Patat. Best friends: Magdalena Monrose of Bois Patat. The funeral service of the late Joseph Matthew, better known as Stanley, or Tostan, will be held at the Castries SDA Church on High Street on Thursday, 12th April 2012 at 2:30 p.m. Then the body will be laid to rest at the Chalk Cemetery.